Let's dive right into this explainer and completely flip how you look at the everyday banana. I mean, we see them in the grocery store all the time, right? They're super convenient and perfectly packaged by nature. But this familiar snack actually comes from one of the absolute most versatile and, frankly, astonishing plants on Earth. From sustainable materials to some genuinely surprising survival hacks, we're going to explore the immense utility hiding right under its peel. So, I gotta ask you a simple question. Think you know bananas? We often take the things we see every single day totally for granted. But by the time we wrap up this explainer together, you are going to see that yellow fruit sitting on your kitchen counter in a totally new light. Section 1, Rethinking the Yellow Snack. Let's start by looking past the standard supermarket aisles. You know that familiar yellow Cavendish banana? Well, it's actually just one of hundreds of varieties grown all around the world. The color spectrum is wild. There are vivid red bananas, there's a blue variety, often called the blue Java, or get this, the ice cream banana. And yes, it is exactly as magical as it sounds. Some varieties turn almost completely black when they're fully ripe, and others stay stubbornly green even at peak maturity. And it doesn't stop at color. They vary wildly in size and shape too. Some are tiny enough to fit right in the palm of your hand, while others grow way larger than the ones you're slicing into your morning cereal. Section 2. The giant edible herb. This really builds our understanding of the plant itself because it's hiding a massive botanical secret. When you look at a banana plant, it looks exactly like a tree, doesn't it? But here's the thing. A true tree has its solid, woody trunk with rings. A banana plant, on the other hand, is constructed entirely from tightly wrapped leaf bases. So, botanically speaking, it's not a tree at all. It's actually related far more closely to plants like ginger than it is to a mighty oak tree. Mind-blowing, right? The really crucial point here is the sheer, towering scale of these things. Because they lack a woody trunk but can still easily reach heights of over 20 feet, that's about 6 meters tall, banana plants actually hold the impressive title of being among the largest herbs in the entire world. Just imagine walking through a forest of herbs that are literally towering high above your head. To truly grasp how this works, we need to talk about the pseudostem. That's the fancy botanical term for this massive false trunk. It is composed entirely of those tightly overlapping leaf sheaths we just talked about. And it's incredibly strong. I mean, it has to be, holding up those heavy bunches of fruit high in the air. But it contains absolutely zero true woody tissue. Section 3. Surprising culinary uses. Now let's explore how almost every single part of this giant herb can end up on your dinner plate. The fruit is really just the beginning. You know that beautiful, large purple flower hanging beneath the banana bunch? It's not just there for decoration. It's actually a delicious and super common vegetarian ingredient, especially in Asian cuisine. You can chop it up and add it to rich curries, toss it fresh into salads, simmer it in warm soups, or even ferment and pickle it. And if you're wondering what it tastes like, culinary experts often compare its flavor and texture to artichokes or mushrooms. Plus, it's packed with fiber and nutrients, making it a fantastic, sustainable food source. Our culinary journey goes even further, because you can actually slice up and eat the inner part of that giant stem. Remember that 20-foot-tall pseudostem? Well, in several Asian countries, its crisp inner core is highly valued in traditional diets. It's incredibly low in calories, packed with dietary fiber, and adds this beautifully refreshing crunch when you thinly slice it into salads or stir-fry it with fresh herbs and spices. Actually, every single stage of a banana's ripeness serves a totally unique and essential purpose in the kitchen. Take green bananas. Before they get sweet, they are deeply starchy. So in a lot of tropical countries, they're boiled, fried, roasted, or mashed, basically serving as a critical carbohydrate staple exactly like potatoes or rice. They can even be milled into a fantastic gluten-free flour. Then, as they ripen, they turn into that quick energy snack we all know and love. But here is where sustainable farming really shines. When bananas get completely overripe, they aren't just thrown away. Instead, they are sustainably fermented into products like banana wine, alcoholic beverages, and natural cooking vinegar, which virtually eliminates food waste. So, with those culinary secrets out of the way, you might be wondering about the rest of the plant. Once that giant bunch of bananas is harvested, what do sustainable farms actually do with a massive 20-foot pseudostem and all those leaves? Surely they don't just leave it all to rot, right? Section 4. Practical tricks and fixes. Let's uncover some incredibly surprising, everyday practical uses and survival hacks that come straight from the banana plant. It turns out the dried fibers extracted from inside the harvested banana trunk are remarkably strong and versatile. For centuries, countries like Japan and various parts of Southeast Asia have utilized these fibers, meticulously weaving them into baskets, sturdy mats, durable ropes, hats, and bags. They can even be processed into a beautiful, lightweight, high-quality fabric for clothing. It's this amazing, environmentally friendly alternative to synthetic fibers that perfectly utilizes materials that would otherwise just be agricultural waste. Now, I absolutely love this traditional folk remedy. If you find yourself in the tropics or, hey, even just out in your own backyard and you get a pesky mosquito bite, you can actually use the inside of a banana peel to temporarily relieve the itchy skin. The peel contains natural compounds and moisture that a lot of people report helps to calm and soothe skin irritation. While it might not completely replace your standard medicine cabinet, it is a brilliant, zero-waste, natural pinch fix that's utilized widely in tropical regions. And for anyone who has ever tried to cut down a banana plant, you will definitely appreciate this one. Fresh banana plants release an incredibly stubborn, sticky sap when they're cut. It behaves almost like latex, which makes farmers' knives intensely difficult to clean with just water. But they have this clever two-step abrasive trick. First, they rub common dirt or wood ash directly onto the sticky sap, so the abrasive particles bind to the residue. Second, they simply wash the tool and the sap strips right off effortlessly. Pretty genius, right? Final fact, packed with nutrients. As we wrap up this explainer, let's bring our attention back to the fruit itself and look at the incredible nutritional engine packed inside. Okay, we all know bananas are healthy, but their famous potassium content is absolutely essential. This one mineral acts as a biological regulator for your entire body. It keeps your muscles functioning correctly, ensures your nerves are sending the right signals, maintains your bodily fluid balance, and perhaps most importantly, it supports normal blood pressure and vital heart function. Alongside vitamin B6, vitamin C, and dietary fiber, a single banana is a remarkably complete nutritional package. Now here's a fantastic mythbuster to round out our facts. You've probably heard that bananas are a quote-unquote happy food. And it's true that they contain small amounts of naturally occurring compounds related to dopamine and serotonin. Those are the chemicals in our brains associated with happiness and reward. However, eating a banana doesn't directly flood your brain with these chemicals. The digestion process actually breaks these specific compounds down long before they can cross the blood-brain barrier. So while they definitely give you great energy, the happy boost is mostly just because they taste so incredibly good. Bananas elegantly demonstrate how a single, seemingly simple plant can support us in countless ways, from feeding us with its fruit and stems, to clothing us with its fibers, to providing natural remedies and sustainable products. It completely redefines what we even consider waste. This incredible versatility leaves us with a provocative final question to ponder. What other botanical miracles and everyday objects are sitting right now on our kitchen counters, just hiding world-changing secrets in plain sight? Thank you for exploring this with me, and I encourage you to keep looking closer at the everyday world around you.